What happened, Mr. Caruth? You're free to. I trust that you're going to address the court. That's why you showed up. You're free to tell me what you'd like to say.
Today's courtroom session wastes no time. A defendant scrambling to post bond, questions about income, and a judge already sounding impatient. But this hearing quickly turns serious when a violent assault case appears on the docket. Stick around. Things escalate fast. Subscribe for more dramatic courtroom breakdowns and real legal moments.
He's be able to post today ATM or.
We got one right down the hall. Go down the hall, get your money, post your bond, comply with your bond. If you want a court-appointed lawyer going forward, you'll have to fill out a petition for one. You're a pipe fitter?
Yes.
How much do you make?
Not much this year. I've been.
How much do you make?
An hour and I'm sorry, it changes every year. Let's just say 80,000.
All right, so I'm not going to appoint you a lawyer on a drive while suspended. So you're going to have to go. You're going to have to go out and hire your own lawyer if you want a lawyer. Okay. All right. Good luck. You'll go down the hall. You'll get your notice. Yes.
I didn't hear the first part. I was muted in the courtroom. Could you give me the date and time, please?
Sure. And that was my fault. I kind of slipped through that. February 18th at 10 o'clock in the morning. So John, you're going to have to walk out with him. He's going to have to get his bond. And we'll go from there, okay? We got an ATM here is what I'm trying to tell you nicely.
No, I understand that. The amount I was curious.
$200.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Gregory Mercer Light III. Yeah. Gregory Mercer III, 24W834-840.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mike Crawford representing Mr. Mercer.
Mr. Mercer, your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. It's Detective Cerna, Whittier Police Department. My partner is grabbing him out of the cell right now as we speak.
Sorry, okay. My apology. I didn't know he was in custody. I thought he was here. That's my fault. Are you here on this one with Mr. Haitian? Yes. Let's do that one first. People against Daniel Timothy Lopes, 26I700547. And I'm told that I was just told by my judicial clerk that the victim is online. Mr. Haisha, your appearance.
Your Honor, good morning to you, the staff. Vincent Haisha, P76506, with and on behalf of Mr. Lopes, who's president to my left.
Good morning to you. Your name?
Detective Constantine Secretaries with Grosse Ile Township Police Department.
Sir, your name?
Daniel Lopes.
All right, so this is the charge of assault with intent to do great bodily harm and aggravated assault. For purposes of arraignment, Mr. Haisha.
Wait, forward, stand by my lead, Your Honor.
Sir, I'm going to advise you of your rights. You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to say anything. If you do say something in or out of court, whether orally or in writing, it can be used against you. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have the right to be represented by a lawyer not only today, but your lawyer at all subsequent court proceedings. And also, if you ever choose to submit to questioning with law enforcement officials, you do have the right to be represented by your lawyer at that questioning. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You also have the right to a probable cause conference on the felony charge. At the probable cause conference, your lawyer will discuss this case with the prosecutor. If there's no resolution, we'll proceed to the preliminary exam. At the preliminary examination, as the count one, they have to show that the crime was committed and that you were the one who probably committed the crime. If they prove that, you'll be bound over for further proceedings to the circuit court. If they fail to prove that, then the case would be dismissed and you would be discharged. At least that count. You have a second count, a misdemeanor, that's a 1 year, but you don't have any right to an exam on. Do you understand what I said? Or
yes, Your Honor.
It's kind of jumbled. If you need me to repeat it, I will.
We've gone through it, Your Honor.
Okay, good enough. Let's see here. Probable cause conference. Heather, I don't know if I have one here.
You know what, Judge? I don't think we did. So let me get you. It looks like that would be February 10th.
Yeah, and then the 17th, right?
Yes, and that'll be at 9:15.
The PCC?
Yes.
And the exam at?
That will be, let me get to her 17th here, at 11:30.
Okay, so Mr. Haisha, we're going to give you February 10th at 9:15. That's in front of Judge Hessen.
That'll be Zoom hearing for the problem.
Yes. And then the preliminary exam, obviously in person, that'll be at 11:30 on February 17th. Okay, now, so that's where we are. and I'm going to let you address bond. And where's the victim? Are you the victim, Mr. Caruth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to let the lawyer address bond, the prosecutor, I'm sorry, the detective, and I'll listen to what you have to say before I set the bond. Okay, can you tell me your name?
Eric Caruth.
All right, just bear with me 1 second. And by the way, before we go on, has he been printed yet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Mr. Haysha.
Well, Your Honor, my client is 37 years of age, originally from the Massachusetts area, with school at Penn State, eventually matriculated to Michigan. He has been a Roseau resident for the past nearly 5 years, where he lives with his wife and 2 children. He is the next door neighbor to Mr. Caruth, so we aren't objecting to any type of no contact order. In fact, we understand that there is going to be a no contact order. I just want the court to be aware that my client, by the nature of his living situation, is going to be in some sense of proximity towards Mr. Caruth. However, he understands he's not to speak to him, contact him, or have any contact with any of his associates, third party or otherwise. I want to indicate that he is currently a vice president at Loan Depot. He's held that position for more than 8 years.
Loan Depot?
Loan Depot, yes.
Okay.
He's in the mortgage industry, properly licensed. He is here with retained counsel. We've been in contact with law enforcement for months on this file. This was not a surprise that this proceeding ended up taking place to the extent that it's happening right now, and that we're aware that we need to be in court. However, there were significant strides made in an attempt to resolve these matters prior to coming in today. We're here as it stands. I want to indicate, as it pertains to, not to dive into a full factual analysis of this, but it pertains to the facts of this case, Your Honor, and I don't say this lightly. This is one of the more significant overcharges that I can imagine seeing in my 15-year career in law. I don't say that lightly before this court. The sum and substance of this, and I've seen video in this case, revolves around a mutual stepping outside at a establishment in Grosio between these 2 gentlemen. And what I can gather,
What establishment was it?
this was at Lloyd's.
Okay.
And from what I can establish, is a one push incident where Mr. Caruth ends up falling back, and I can only understand it to be that he believes that he was injured as a result of this. And then the prosecutor took a look at some injuries or alleged injuries and made a conclusion on that basis. But I just want to be clear that the conduct alleged in here is on video. And I've seen this video, and as an officer of the court, I'm representing the court. My understanding of that video is a single solitary push. Not to state anything beyond that, that is my understanding of it. With that said, with the fact that my client has no criminal history, is college educated, has all of his ties, meaningful ties within this community, is here and is cooperating with law enforcement, has retained counsel. He has no desire or necessity, frankly, to flee the jurisdiction. My position would be that a high personal bond, the high reconnaissance bond, is appropriate with no contact provisions, Your Honor. I would also note, and to the extent that this is germane, that there was a money demand made on behalf of this victim, where he proffered a potential exchange of the dismissal of criminal charges. So whatever value that is to the court, and I think it's important to note for the record as to what the motive of this particular victim might be.
Tell me what happened. I don't know if I did this signing on record. I didn't do this, did I? No, I wasn't
It's
here.
actually Detective Delphi has his case, and I'm just filling it for her.
Well, if it was done on the 23rd, I wasn't here. Tell me about it. What happened?
This is, I don't want to say it's a neighbor dispute that started with some fence line, a tree, pool filter that escalated to somehow both families ended up at Lloyd's with some type of conversation in the building. And then ultimately our victim and Mr. Lopes ended up outside is where the altercation happened. He is correct. It is captured on video.
Well, what kind of injuries did the victim have? I'm going to ask him in a second, but I'd like to know.
Your Honor. Like I said, it's just, I came in to do a totally different case to sign on the record. That's why I'm dressed the way I am.
What happened, Mr. Caruth? You're free to, I trust that you're going to address the court. That's why you showed up. You're free to tell me what you'd like to say.
My injuries, I had to have my ACL replaced and my meniscus, had a bucket handle tear of the meniscus and a impact fracture of the tibia. So I had to have 20% of my meniscus removed and then an ACL replaced.
Coincidentally, I just want the court to be aware that despite these purported injuries, Mr. Cruz did walk into the bar, finish his meal. This is again on tape. I've seen this tape. Finish his meal, walked back in with my client. My client was not attacking him or otherwise. They sat down. My client left. Mr. Cruz finished his meal with his wife, eventually left the bar. And we have video, this will come out during the examination, of him up and down his boat ladder within days of this
Do
incident.
you have the police report with you?
I do not.
So yeah,
I
They
apologize for not being prepared. Like I said.
they got to send that to you. I mean, I don't want to play a guessing game here. I'm getting two entirely different stories. How much does your client make?
My client makes me, it's over 6 figures per year.
What are you asking for?
Discretion of the court.
Now the courtroom tension spikes. The defense claims the incident was just a single push caught on video, while the victim describes devastating knee injuries and surgery. That difference matters legally, because intent and severity determine the charges. So what do you think? Minor altercation or serious assault? The judge must decide carefully.
Did he push you down, sir? Is that what happened? You don't
He
have to
punched
be.
me.
Pardon?
He punched me twice and then shoved me down to the ground.
10,000, 10%. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. What is your address, Mr. Caruth?
8675 Cadillac Circle.
All right. No contact with Eric Caruth. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email, or communicate with him in any way. You're not to have any contact with prosecution witnesses at all except through your lawyer. You're not to enter the property address at Lloyd's at 8961 Macomb in Groseal or at 8675 Cadillac in Groseal. No firearms, no dangerous weapons. You do have to go over, so you cannot possess dangerous weapons or firearms. If you have any, you have to surrender those to Groseal Police Department by 1 today. You also have to go to the Groseal Police Department and be fingerprinted and photographed by 1 o'clock today, January 30th. Okay?
Just one other aspect about it. I understand that for me in the state of Michigan, he does have a 3-day
When is that?
personal trip from the 9th of February through, excuse me, let me just pull my dates up. That would be from the 5th of February through the 9th. He would be in San Francisco.
Okay. You can leave the state to go to San Francisco between February 5th and February 9th.
Thank you.
Okay? What is it with all the Groseal boundary disputes? I never seen anything like this. It's crazy. I don't want to say, it's just, all right. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you, Mr. Caruth. So you understand the dates, correct, sir?
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right.
Your Honor.
Good luck. Good luck to you as well. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cherokee, Kathy, Myers, Jen, is this the one I called 25W8391156, or did I call the other one, Detective? My apology. Gregory Mercer III, 248-34840. Mr. Mercer, your name?
Gregory Mercer III.
Mr.
Michael, representing Mr. Mercer.
All right, for purposes of arraignment,
Your Honor, like I said, we wait for the truck. Just.
all right, I'll enter a not guilty plea. Where in the world has he been? These guys don't show up. I don't understand. Where you been, Mr. Mercer?
Well, last year I was taking care of my mom. She was in hospice, and I just left the house on my birthday. That's how I got pulled over.
My client was taking care of his mother in hospice. She passed away at the end of last year.
I'm really sorry about that.
He used all this money to pay for that funeral. That's why he didn't pay for this. And
This was in 24. He was supposed to be here and take care of this. He didn't show up twice.
I understand, Your Honor.
$100 cash bond. You cannot leave the state without consent. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. I hope you can post that. Can you post that?
Today?
$100? $100?
Today,
Yeah.
I have $80.
How old are you?
22.
You gonna grow up a little bit, or are you gonna act like a fugitive the rest of your life?
I'm gonna grow up.
Well, I hope so. I'll make it 80 cash. Don't miss again. You got me? Just show up. Talk to the judge. We're not that unreasonable. We'll give you an extension. This stuff about ignoring courts like this, I don't get it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Release them February 9th at 10. You'll be in front of Judge Hessen. Cherokee Kathy Myers Jennings, 25W839156.
Yep, right here. Just go in front. Take your name.
Cherokee Myers.
Where has she been? Where you been? What do you want to say?
Your Honor, it's a similar circumstance.
I got every excuse in the world. You know what? I don't know. I'm going to write at least one book, but one might be the 2,972 different excuses I got. What's her excuse?
Your Honor, again, my client has just been kind of caught up with some difficulties in life and.
What kind of difficulties? Ma'am, what kind of difficulties? Yeah, I'm talking to you.
So I'm a dental assistant, and we kind of went down on hours due to our docs leaving.
Wait a minute, I'm having a hard time hearing you. Get closer to that device, will you please? Say that again.
So I'm a dental assistant, and we currently are having a little bit of difficulties being that our hours are getting cut due to
Wait, I didn't hear that last word. You're a dental assistant and what? You're having difficulties with what?
So our hours are getting cut down in my office due to the docs leaving, which leaves us no work to do. So I've been out of hours for the last 2 months, just waiting on my manager to tell me when to come in.
Yeah, how many hours did you work in the last 2 months?
I was part-time there for about, I would say 14 hours max.
A week?
And then I had another position in Detroit where I worked Wednesday through Friday. So I was full-time.
Why does that have anything to do with you not showing up here? Tell me, I gotta know. Why didn't you show up?
Not gonna lie, life has been a little crazy for me. So I kind of got distracted and forgot.
Ma'am, how much money do you have on your person? Otherwise, I got to set a bond you're not going to make. How much money you have in your possession right now? I'm asking you a question. Do you know I'm talking to you, ma'am?
Yeah.
How much money do you have?
I just spent my last $70 on my DTE.
Anything, Your Honor.
All right, look, it's not that old as far as people not showing up go. I'll give you a personal bond, but stop doing this. You do this again, we're going to have a big problem. Personal bond. Ma'am, I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you. Well, let's just set up a payment plan.
Your Honor, we were going to suggest a payment plan that I hope the court won't find disrespectful. My client is saying that she can afford to pay $30 a month starting February 27th. So
I'll tell you what, I'll do that. You pay $30 per month beginning February 27th. Now, if you don't have the money, you call the court. I'll dismiss the show cause right now. We'll go on Zoom, or you can walk in here on or before any one of the due dates. I'll be glad to give you an extension, but don't ignore me again. I don't like this. I don't know too many judges that don't get agitated by it. You got me?
Yeah.
You're not bigger than the system. You follow me?
Yeah.
All right, that's what I'll do. They'll release you. Good luck.
thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Edward, Michael, roll.
And just like that, the judge shifts from patience to blunt reality. Miss court twice, ignore orders, spend your last money on a television, and expect sympathy? Not today. Still, the judge shows restraint with a payment plan and warning. Like, comment, and subscribe for more shocking courtroom stories and real legal drama.